Students often think that the key to acing chemistry is to simply memorize every single thing in the lecture notes and textbook. The problem with this mindset is you spend long hours studying chemistry and you don't even get the grades that you dream for. Worst of all, the precious time that you sacrifice other subjects for just got wasted. If you are one of these students, I can say you are officially cooked. That is until you click this video, because I'm going to share with you 4 key elements that you need to ace your chemistry exams just like I did. If you're new to this channel, hello, I'm Brendan and I'm a University of Cambridge graduate who studied chemistry and pharmacology, and I've also scored consistent A's when I was studying in JC and secondary school in the Hwa Chong Institution. I've also helped many students who are struggling just like you achieve their dreams for chemistry. If you're curious on what I have to share, keep watching to find out. The first key element is the conceptual mindset. Stop thinking that you can memorize every single thing and expect to achieve A's in your chemistry exams afterwards. It just simply isn't true. I've seen too many students think that they can do this and they enter to the exams and they fumble and they lose all the marks in the question, or heck, even the whole exam. This is very common. The exam is going to show you a question like this, and you're not going to be able to understand anything the question is trying to ask, and you're going to just lose all the marks. So my advice to you is very simple. Every time a new topic is being taught in school, you should try to spend 1 hour every week looking at your notes and trying to internalize what is going on. Try to understand why a reaction behaves a certain way. Or for example, try to understand why your ionization energy is being influenced by nuclear charge. Or if you do organic chemistry, try to understand why certain functional groups behave a certain way and certain functional groups just don't. If you're not going to spend the time to understand the concepts in chemistry and shrug your shoulders and go, I think I'll just memorize everything and hope for the best in the exams, then your chemistry grades are just going to go, I guess I'm just going to stay low forever. Now, I'm not saying that you don't memorize every single thing. There are certain things that you definitely have to memorize. Like for example, in organic chemistry, you have to memorize the reagents and conditions for your reactions. This is just forming the basic fundamental knowledge for chemistry. But in most of the cases, you shouldn't try to memorize when you can actually just understand and apply the knowledge instead. So you do your best to understand every single concept in chemistry. Raise your hand in every class to ask any questions that you might have. Or book additional consultation sessions with your teachers. They are certainly willing to help you understand the concepts in chemistry. Or you can go on YouTube and search for chemistry videos like my videos and rewatch them 10,000 times until you finally understand the concepts. The second key element, practice makes perfect. Just like with every new skill in life, in order to master it, you have to practice it. Chemistry is just no different. Now let me break it down for you why practice is especially important for chemistry. Chemistry is a science where you have to apply your knowledge in every single question, because if you realize in every exam paper, no one question is the same. In biology exams, even if the context slightly differs, you always get asked the same set of questions and you can always answer in the same predictable way. For example, if you were to be asked what is the function of a cell membrane, you can just copy and paste the knowledge that you memorized from your lecture notes into the exam and you could score the full marks, no problem. But in chemistry, the context is going to be always different in every exam, and you always need to apply your knowledge to the given context in order to understand the question and identify what is the correct concept and the correct answering technique to apply. And this is why you need practice. Only practice can guide you to understanding how to apply to any given context for a chemistry question. It also helps you to identify trigger words in a question. Trigger words are basically what helps you to trigger a certain concept that you need to use to apply to the given question. You also need to practice in order to look at different questions with all the different contexts available. And the most important thing that practice can give you is time management skills. I cannot stress this enough, but chemistry exams are basically a race against time. And more often than not, students just lose the race against time and they cannot complete the paper. And this is just such a waste of potential. So I encourage that you practice in order to master your time management skills, to estimate how long it would roughly take to answer a certain question. You can always go by the number of marks in order to estimate the amount of time that you need. If you cannot complete a certain question by a certain amount of time, that just means you're not good enough, and you just need to continue practicing in order to master your time management skills and master your concepts. The third key element, effective planning. If you don't have a plan, you certainly plan to fail. And this is more true than ever right now. There are just too many subjects for you to handle when you are studying. I get it. I've been there before. I understand the high stress that you face juggling multiple subjects and your other commitments as well. But it is precisely because of this that you need a very proper plan in order to plan out the amount of time that you're going to spend to study chemistry and how to use it effectively. If you do not cater proper time to study for chemistry, I will guarantee that you're not going to study it at all. In a high-stress situation just before the exams, you would probably think, oh, biology and geography definitely need more time because these are the memorizing heavy subjects. And for math, I probably need more time because math takes a whole lot of practice in order to master it. And just by doing this, you're not going to spend any time on chemistry at all. So my advice to you is spend 1 hour every week mastering a topic. Then spend 2 hours every week doing about 6 questions that are open-ended for the topic in order to master it. Then rinse and repeat every single week. Once you get into this habit, you'll realize that chemistry is actually not so difficult after all because you've catered enough time to practice and you've catered enough time to study it in order to understand the concepts. So start now. It certainly is not too late to create a plan. The fourth key element is the accountability system. Now, if you are a procrastinator or you are just simply lazy, you need to make an effort to make yourself accountable. And this is where you can turn to your friends. Surround yourself with people who are smarter than you in chemistry. Surround yourself with people who are more hardworking than you. Or surround yourself with people who are willing to help you when you are struggling. This will certainly set up an environment for you to ace your chemistry exams. I get it. Some of you may have social anxiety, or you might be afraid to look stupid in front of others. But think to yourself, what would you rather have? Would you rather be embarrassed in front of your friends for a few months, or would you rather be depressed about your poor grades at the end for your chemistry results? Now, if it were me, I would personally choose to just be embarrassed for a few months in order to ace my chemistry exams. If you need someone to help you with your chemistry grades, or you need someone to plan a winning strategy for you, or you need someone to hold you accountable to studying chemistry, you can sign up to book a free call with me in the link in the description below. And you can also sign up for a free trial class to join my classes in order to guarantee yourself an A in 10 to 15 weeks. And if you want to recap on any specific chemistry topic, you can click here to start your revision.